Hope you enjoy everyone. Thanks for watching. This is Sellavin giving my review on Attack on Titan Season 2, Episode 7, and Close Combat, This is the episode where after we got the big reveal that Reiner and Bertholdt are the Armored Titan, and, them revealing themselves to Eren transforming into the Titan in shifter form, And this episode is called Close Combat because it is mostly about the episode between Reiner as they battle in their Titan forms, Mm. So, continuing with the episode, the episode starts off with how Reiner and Bertholdt help Eren, telling them about how they want to be soldiers, He tells them they want to be soldiers in the interior, and he tells them that he wants to slaughter every last Titan, Him thinking out that he was the kind of guy that Eren looked up to and all that stuff, And now it's revealed that he's a traitor, enemy to humanity. Here, Eren is furious, and it's punching Reiner in his armored titan form into the wall, as they both fall, land and down below, This was a knockout, drag-out battle, because there's nothing but sheer fighting. Seeing these two guys go head-to-head in their titan forms, and that was just wow, because for real, that was a crazy-ass battle, As the story continues, we get to see that everybody's dealing with fighting in their own way. Like, for example, most of the Survery Croup are dealing with the Colossal Titan, and that's up front, And the Colossal Titan, he's still on top, and while Hange and the rest of the crew, they try to, deal with him. How he swallowed Ymir, he swallowed Ymir, he did that, but told ask the Colossal Titan, by swap, because they need Ymir and Eren for something. And I've read the manga, I know all the things, so no spoilers, although this video is kind of spoiler because it's a review, it was definitely, that's just, off-putting. Seeing episode, the way they handled the animation, especially with the Colossal Titan being on the wall, it's only its upper half, the upper half of his body, not his legs, but I gotta admit, they did an impressive job. The way they did it, because of the whole 3D they handled it, kind of reminds me of the promo for the Attack on Titan video game, I never played the video game myself, I hear there's some good qualities about it, but there's a lot of they said there's a lot of problems with the game, I wouldn't know unless I played for it myself, but I hear because of the animation how statistic, it's a pretty good thing, as they continue to fight, Bertholdt, in the Colossal Titan, and they find out that he has the ability to use the steam from his body as a shield, to protect himself, He has this steam ability, but that's because, he has a large size, but he's slower than the rest of the Titans, And they see this, they see this weakness. So to compensate for that, he has this steam ability to use hot air as a blasting and defensive weapon. Everybody's injured. They try to find a way the best handle this situation. Seeing this, this is a very good episode on the way they handled it. And you also get to see that things are going crazy, on all sides. For example, Hanji's giving the order that not to capture him, but to kill them, to kill Bertholdt and Reiner. These guys are literally the biggest enemies of humanity right now. They destroyed the wall 5 years ago, and they almost did it again, in Wall Rose, They destroyed Wall Maria, they almost destroyed Wall Rose, And now there's this, Seeing this, it's definitely crazy. Very crazy situation. Meanwhile, we got Eren, and he and Mikasa are trying to deal with Reiner in his armored titan form. Eren is literally getting beaten down because unlike our regular titans, and Reiner in his titan form, he's fully armored. Mikasa said herself, unlike Annie, who has her hardening ability, he has the ability. His body is completely covered in armor, and he can't turn it off and on like Annie has. He's completely covered in this stuff. So she is what you call different from him, and not to mention he has all kinds of combat and strength experience. Eren thinks to himself, you were holding back on me way back in training. I always remember that Annie was the big giant ass kicker of of the team, way back then. Remember, she was all about fighting, and this is retail again in the story. Eren, dealing with Reiner and trying to furious and trying to understand his hatred, calling him literally a piece of what. I'm trying not to be vulgar, piece of what over and over again, thinking about how much he hates him because he thought his friend, but it turns out he's the worst kind of enemy, the enemy that he's that he's been looking for and trying to destroy this whole time. I mean, after all, he was the one who broke Wall Maria and destroyed Shinganshi, and this, and killed his mother. No. And the fact that he keeps getting beaten down, every time he keeps getting back up, he keeps getting beaten down. His attack has no effect. Even Mikasa has blades. But as the fighting continues, he tries to do his best. He almost looks like he loses control, but then he stops and thinks. He remembers the past a lot. How Annie, how training combat with Annie, like Annie, like I said before, was a serious ass kicker. And this is a quote way back from, season 1 of Attack on Titan when Eren fought Annie. Annie had that fighting for her whole world that she was taught to fight by her father. Her father gave her Titan power, that her father asked for her forgiveness, and what was going on, Seeing Eren getting his ass kicked by Annie, that's way back when. Especially, he also quotes Annie, especially when she makes her joke saying, "Hey, you're so strong, be careful for a delicate body like mine." Like, saying her jokes are not funny. Like, you literally whooped the ass out of this boy several times over, saying your body is delicate. Bitch, you can more than handle your own. Sorry I said that, Like, she can more than handle her own against, any guy that literally gets in her way, And that's just, and we've seen proof of that all over the show. All over, the series, we also get to see that Reiner is thrown for a loop by Mikasa, Eren, literally Eren's using the same moves that Annie taught her. Annie taught him. Sorry if I sound confused. She remembers Annie how strong she was and how she taught him how to fight, Well, technically she didn't teach him, she just showed him the moves, Every move, when he used the drag down kick move to knock John off his feet, John Kirstein, you might know that. And there's also, the other move that other moves like throwing him across the room, like she was a major ass kicker, And we remember in the past, like there was going to be a knockout drag out fight between Mikasa and Annie. These two were the strongest by far out of the Survery Corps. These were the strongest soldiers, at the time, And so he remember seeing these two go into a drag out, everybody gathering around, seeing these two strongest warriors go have a fight, and Annie going so far as to call Mikasa a beast. Well, that's not technically a lie. Mikasa is a badass, so it's not. But her, Annie could hold her own too, but she did lose in the end. But she was good at close combat fighting, And he remembers those moves. He used that to his advantage, knocking Reiner off. The fact that he was able to not only block his attack, but also get him off his feet, but also be able to pull his whole arm off. Like he literally yanked his arm off. It's the thing is, Reiner in his armored form, he can pretty much take any hit that comes to him. However, underneath that armor, there's still a layer of flesh and bone and stuff. So if you can find a way to get between the joints, get between the spaces, or try to find a way to compensate for his armor form, and then you'll be able to beat this. Now that is something Eren remembers. Hey, if he goes straight forward in an attack, he will always get his ass kicked. Like he's getting his ass kicked now. Like he got his ass kicked by Annie in the past. But he's learning from his lessons. He's adapting that and using that to fight. Right, that which is probably the best thing he could ever have done. Because if he doesn't remember all that, then what's the point of being a soldier? Seeing how they handle this, the situation. The animation was pretty good, I gotta admit. Especially when they focused on all the characters at once, like for example, Krista begging for Ymir to be saved. We get to see Hannes, Hannes, the old guy, who was Eren and Mikasa's friend from Shiganshina. We get to see him back. Once again, he's like, I can't believe the Colossal Titan's here, he's probably still hesitating. Remember, he's afraid of, blames himself for leaving Eren's mother behind and only saving the kids, And so he'll holds himself responsible for that. You know. So there's also the situation as it gets worse, as they're currently dealing with. Seeing Eren, how he handles himself right now. This was a very good episode. I know I said that before, about saying it again. Eren, listen to the others, trying to tell them that they can't, they have to run away because their goal is to kidnap Eren. And seeing the look on Hanji's face where she tells him like to try to draw him back and like try to like hold as much time as possible, try to hold him back while we get ready to escape. Like basically, he's trying to buy enough time because their goal is Eren, not everybody else. But there's also Ymir. So and the fact that Hanji's face lit up because the fact that he could understand him. Like Eren is not losing control. He's focused, and his goal is to beat Reiner. And this was a knockout, drag-out fight, and I said that before, for a close combat. And Eren using all the lessons that Annie taught him and tried to keep him off balance. However, Reiner, he's not an idiot, The fact that he was able to adapt to his situation, using his Titan form to his advantage, like he even pulled off a piece of his armor, like to run very fast, It kind of reminds me of how he ran when he destroyed when he destroyed the gate at Wall Maria to let the Titans in, It's the same thing, It's like that. And especially when they handle the noise, like the Titans roar, or the situation. And one of the things you also, this is a fun little Easter egg. Like in the sub, when the Armored Titans, in his mouth, he let out steam, but he also roared. While in the dub, they only heard the steam, but they didn't hear a roar. They just edited that out for some reason. And they also changed the roars from the English and sub versions, which is a bit complicated. And Eren literally had Reiner on his knees, and I'm literally mean on his knees. Like he finally got into a position, he got him on his back, literally getting him on the ground. Mikasa going in, and because Reiner pulled off a piece of his armor, like cutting through the knee joints, incapacitating him, and Reiner tries to struggle, but it doesn't work. He's literally struggling. He's struggling so hard that he's rupturing the nape, the body armor on his back. He's rupturing it. And this was a close combat fight. And like I said, knockout, drag out. And the fact that he had Reiner screaming, but that was just Reiner's ploy because he was using that same scream that Annie did to call for help. From Titans, no Titan was there to help him, but the only Titan that was there was right above him, which was Bertholdt as the Colossal Titan. Him literally going down, falling off, tipping being like they gave you that screeching noise, like broken timbers, like falling over. And with his mouth wide open, him falling off. And this was straight up canon to the manga, especially with that expression and Bertholdt with his mouth wide open, in his Colossal Titan form, and the steam and the flame that was going off everywhere. I really love how they handled it because the animation was beautiful. The way they got every character's expression in the episode, like you got Ymir, you got Krista, you got Mikasa, you got Hange, you got everybody, including some of the lesser known characters, like for example, this Connie was asking, please save Reiner and Bertholdt. Like, where are they? They're not here. But where's Reiner Bertholdt? He doesn't know that they're the enemy, which is going to be a big shocker for him later. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Thank you. This is Sellavin. Gave my latest review on Attack on Titan Season 2, Episode 7. See you guys next time. I'm out. Bye.